welcome to another video for your drink box. We had a little think and thought, because we're an online platform, it would be really nice to give a space to our brands to tell our guys a little bit about themselves, what they're doing, a bit about the products, just have that little bit of connection really. So today we're kind of celebrating Savour October. People are getting towards the end of that, and there have been more people investigating the options in no and low, which is a really interesting category, which we can talk about anyway. But who we're focusing on today are VINADA, who make a great collection of no ABV wines that we've recently taken on at your drink box. There is a rosé, there is a Chardonnay, and there is also a gold sparkling. But we're going to find out more about that now as we pass you over to Jessica. So if you'd like to introduce us to yourself, a bit about the brand, and we'll get things started.
Yes, of course. Yes, I'm Jessica. I'm 33 years old, and I live in The Hague, the Netherlands. And I have two beautiful daughters. One is a 2-year-old, and the other one is just 4 months. So we have an office baby.
Yeah, difficult time for business, right? You've got a lot going on.
Yes, true, but it's I must say it's a very easy baby. I don't know if that's the good translation, but she sleeps and eats and sleeps.
Oh,
so yeah, she gives me enough space to be able to work. And usually when I'm working, then she's next to me in her little bed. So
that's wonderful.
Yeah, so it's a wonderful combination. Yeah. and very well possible. Yeah. And about the brand, how it started. The idea for VINADA was born out of a desire to offer a good alternative. So a glass of wine for everyone. And I think it was back in 2008 or maybe 2007 when the idea for a good alcohol-free wine came to my mind. Because it was due to medical reasons, I wasn't allowed to drink alcohol for some time. So I was searching for the alternative and what was already on the market. And I searched and searched, but couldn't find a single one, which came even close, even a bit close to the real deal. For me, it was. So I wrote the idea down and in my notebook, and I thought, I will pick this up later. I'm not sure when, but eventually 10 years later, the first VINADA wine is launched. So
congratulations.
It didn't stop with the idea, but we actually, we put it through. Yeah, and here we are today. So it's going very well, and we're very grateful for that. And we think now there is a healthier option, or a healthier option that guarantees the flavor and the quality, and have giving you the experience of the wine, but then not with the alcohol.
Fantastic. That's absolutely brilliant. And you've come at a good time really, because the no and low movement is really kicking off here in the UK. And there are all sorts of wines and spirits and the like being done in a no ABV way. It's a very interesting category, and I kind of find it's quite early on, and there's so much room for it to grow into something wonderful. And it's really, really good for people to have this other option. Would you like to tell me just a bit about your thoughts on that? Because obviously you had the idea quite a long time ago, so you realized this was an issue before.
Yes, true, yeah. But back then, even in 2018, when we launched our first wine, we saw a lot of people who were asking, before you launch, you do some investigation, you have to, the whole process already started in, let's say, 2015, 2016. So, but back then, when we informed or asked people, what do you think about alcohol-free wine? And no, I didn't think we received one positive reaction.
Right.
It's not impossible, it's not there, and it's grape juice and you shouldn't drink it. And especially if you ask the, for example, owners of liquor stores or people who are more used to the traditional wine world, let's say it like that. But the more low movement, it's a movement which gains more acceptance all over the world every day. And we feel very lucky to be able to be a part of this.
Also, there was something I did want to ask you about with the product development. because obviously developing a product like this, it isn't easy. There's a
No.
question we come to a bit later about that and how that reflects on costing, but people think it's easy, and it's not. You know, you have to put quite a lot in to make something that's a good equivalent. Could you tell us a little bit about the process of developing the product and any particular challenges that you found?
Yeah, it's a continuing process, and it has to do with multiple details. For example, you have like every year you have a new harvest.
Mhm.
So yeah, and the changes are not that big usually, so that's good. But sometimes it can happen that the new harvest is there in the wines, and you taste it and you think, no, this is not it, and then you have to find a solution very quickly. But the wine is like it's made according to the traditional winemaking method.
Mhm.
So yeah, it is wine.
Yeah.
And there used to be alcohol in it, and usually like the base wine has like 11 or 12% alcohol,
Mhm.
and then it will be like dealcoholized before bottling.
Right.
And like for example, the acidity is very important aspect
Mhm.
of wine. Let's say if you, for example, you have like your favorite wine, and if we dealcoholize that wine, that doesn't need to be a good one then.
Okay.
So, for example, it could be that a wine with alcohol doesn't taste good, and if you dealcoholize it, it's good. It's
Oh,
called,
okay.
yeah, there are like multiple aspects, and I don't want to give you all the details because it's a boring story. For like the acidity, for example,
Hmm.
this could be 6 after dealcoholization.
Yeah.
It will be 7.
Okay,
So
so neutral.
yes, so
Yeah.
if you already start too high on the acidity, then it will be even higher. So that's
Yeah.
also something which needs to be in balance.
Yeah.
Also the aroma. So there are like multiple details which are quite important, and to make the wine as is. Like, yeah, the same as with the wine with the alcohol.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, it's something I find quite interesting. I'm a bit geeky about that sort of stuff. And it's in because essentially there's an extra process on the end that
Yeah,
has to take so much into account of the wine. So again, this is kind of leads nicely into the next question, you know, about the costing point.
yeah,
And it's something I wanted to bring up because I see it a lot in the spirits world. And you know, you have people saying, why should I be paying so much, because it's not got any alcohol in it? And it's
something.
it's
Yeah,
just, I think we need to open people's eyes to the fact there's so much work that goes into making a good product that doesn't have alcohol in it.
yeah,
And that is what you're paying for, and it's perfectly reasonable. I think at the moment it's listed as £9.95 on your drink box.
yeah.
That may change if we have a sale or the like, but that's it at the moment, which is really reasonable. But I didn't know if you could tell us a little bit more about that side of things.
The wine is made according to a traditional winemaking method.
Yes.
So, for example, if um, you make the wine according to a traditional way, and you need it with alcohol, then you bottle it, and then it's done.
Yes.
And sell it, and it's ready to drink, ready to serve. But with the non-alcoholic wines, it starts with the base wine, so with alcohol,
Mhm.
and then before bottling, it will be de-alcoholized.
Yes.
So yeah, so they have like another or an extra
An extra cost.
production process.
Mm.
So that's why yeah, it doesn't add up when you say like, why do I pay the same? Because there's no alcohol in it, so I'm missing something, so I don't want to pay the same. So
Yeah.
that's like yeah, it has an extra
Perfect.
production process to be able to de-alcoholize it. So that's why it's, yeah, it's more expensive on the production side. So that's why, yeah.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense. It's a message I like to get out to people because I do hear it a lot, and I'm always very quick to say so much.
It's not that often, and if you compare it to a few years ago, but
Mm.
still, it's something, yeah. But it also depends on who you're asking.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I think at the end of the day, the thing is really just removing the alcohol from the equation, saying, is it a product that I like? If so, I'm going to pay that money for it because I like it. It's really that you just need to look at it
Yeah,
that simply, you know?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's, so it's like part of the movement. Like, for example, I just spoke to a restaurant owner the other day, and they say like, earlier, like the students, they always drink wine or beers, but now they're drinking mocktails.
Lovely.
And you pay the same for mocktails as for a cocktail. So if you're a student, it's quite expensive to like drink something which is like 9 or 10 euros for each drink. But they do it because they have like a healthy feeling lifestyle. They don't want the alcohol. Like, yeah, not that they don't want, they all of them don't want it, but
yeah,
they just so they're like how do you say it? They are prepared to pay like double or maybe triple the price of a normal beer to have some non-alcoholic, which is
it's I think as well it gives people that opportunity, because I'm going to use a strange equivalence, but so I'm kind of a flexitarian at the moment, which basically means I'm not a meat eater, but I'm not vegetarian. I'm kind of a bit of both, which seems like a cop out. It's like I'm cheating. But what I found having the option is I don't eat as much meat because I don't have to. I eat vegetables when I want to, and I eat meat when I really fancy it as a treat. And I think having that, I think if you're just one thing or the other, you think, well, that's what I do. And I think having good no and low options means even if people do drink sometimes, if they want to go out and not drink, they've got that option and it's fine to do that. And I think that's really important, to give people that option to feel equivalent sat next to their friend who is drinking and to have a nice conversation at the table, you know?
Yes, completely true. Yeah. And able to do something afterwards. It's also
nice. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Now I'm working and I'm drinking, so
hey. Well, that again moves us on really nicely, because I was hoping you could take us through a few tasting notes for each of the drinks, if that would be okay.
Yes. Let's see. To start with the Iran. Yes. No. If you look at the aromas of that one, it's more like the citrus fruits, like lemon, a bit of the bruised apple,
nice.
touch of grapes.
Yes.
So it will be like perfect as an aperitif or with a salad or a dessert. And we even made some, but we made it with all of our wines, some cheese pairing, which is
that's a good idea.
And like cheese has to go with red wine. I said no.
No.
White, bubbly, non-alcoholic version.
Yeah.
We made like special pairings for either if you like not drinking alcohol because you don't want it, but you can have like the all the cheeses. Or for example, when you're pregnant, you can't have all the cheeses. So we have like a pregnancy platter.
Oh, that's lovely.
Word in English maybe, but so to have something for everyone.
Yeah.
So we made special ones for like which can be put together for all of our wines.
That's really lovely. I think that's really, really lovely. And to be honest, that takes me on then, because I'm looking at serving suggestions as well in the next question. So yeah, that covers that too.
I'm sorry, yeah.
No, don't worry. We can do them in one. So if we move on now to the rosé.
Yes. That's more like a fruity one. With like the red fruit, strawberry, red currant, and raspberry.
Lovely.
And to say like all of our wines are like dry wines. But then again, we have a Dutch saying which says, in Dutch, it says, over smaak valt niet te twisten, which means that, literally translated, you can't argue about the taste.
Oh, lovely.
For example, the wines are dry, but sometimes we're at the tasting and people say, oh, this is sweet. Otherwise say, oh, this is too dry. So there's a complete range of like, when is it sweet, when is it dry?
Yeah.
And obviously you can ask a sommelier or you can ask another wine expert, and we did, obviously. One of them said this is sweet, the other one said it's beautifully dry. So sometimes like the sweet or dry is not important. Like for us, we always say like most important thing is try it for yourself.
Yes.
And that's also what like on our gift box is. Yeah, experience or our assortment and find your favorite bubble.
Yes, we do have those as well. The miniatures of the free. Yes, we do have those as well. So people can get involved and try them and see which one they want to buy the full bottle of.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Just like to have a small tasting, yeah, with yourself or maybe with someone else.
Yeah.
You can buy the big bottles as well. And yeah, with the zippers, they're very cute. If you ask me, you can like drink everywhere.
Yeah.
And pop it
Wonderful.
on a bottle and then just drink it and enjoy it. And what's a nice detail is that they are dishwasher proof, so it's not that you have to throw them away or something. You can just
Yeah.
use it over and over again.
Fabulous. That's really good. And finally, the crispy Chardonnay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that's more like apple and melon.
Mhm.
Also a touch of citrus. The Chardonnay is, apart from the other ones, the other two, like the Iran and the Tempranillo, are from Spain.
Yeah.
And the Chardonnay is from France.
Oh, lovely.
And like the Chardonnay goes perfect with seafood, salads, also with cheese. Obviously, I love cheese, so everything goes.
Me too.
Me personally, but also said you're right. It goes well with cheese. Yes.
Wonderful. And really, that just lastly, is there anything else you want to share with us? Have you got any news coming up, or any new products, or a favorite something suggestion you've seen recently?
Yeah, the gift box, we just launched this one a few weeks ago, but it's not worldwide available. Like for example, for like to the US and to Australia, it's still literally on the boat
Yeah.
at this moment. So yeah, so yeah, we're very proud of our new. Yeah, I'm looking at this side because there's one standing over here on the table. But yeah, some new things coming up. Yeah, we're all the time working with new things. For example, now, but this will be specifically for the Dutch market. We will have a collaboration with a big chocolate brand.
Lovely.
Like wine and chocolate pairing.
Beautiful.
So that's something for the new year. And we have a lot of other things coming up, which I'm not able to tell you at this point.
I understand. I'm not offended.
But, yes. But as soon as I can, I will.
Thank you very much.
Doing the secrets, but that's why. Yeah. So yeah, we're so enthusiastic about all the project and the things, and like the whole market is working with us, and the acceptance and the whole. Yeah. So we're very grateful. Yeah, where we are now after 2.5 years.
Yeah, and it's really exciting times for you, isn't it? It's all kind of just starting to.
Yes.
Yeah.
At this point, it is. When I started, everyone said you're crazy. Where are you going to do this? No one is waiting for this product, and now everyone's like, okay, it wasn't that crazy.
You're like, I told you.
Yeah, yeah. But it's more of like the classic story, right?
Yeah.
Like I'm missing something. I will start my own company and explore the options.
Yeah.
Everyone would say, for example, yeah, at first, like this is no, don't do it. But then, yeah, it's better. I'm happy that we put it through and yeah, made these amazing products. And it's so, yeah, I think the most thing where we're very grateful for is that I think it's on a, you have sometimes on a daily basis when there are busy weeks, but more or less on a weekly basis, we receive messages from all over the world from people who are saying thank you for this amazing product, and it helped me, and and it's so, yeah, how do you say it? Sometimes it's not that
Quite special.
Yeah, people are so grateful that I think
Yeah.
it's wine, but it's yes.
Yeah, it's wholesome as well, isn't it? It's
Yes.
it's like a bit of a help for people, if people are trying to choose a better way as well, and they've got a good product to do that with. And
Yes.
that's the work you're doing, you should be happy with yourself for that. It's good.
Yes, and we're very grateful and humble, and don't take take anything for granted, but it keeps on.
Yeah.
Like every time you receive a message like that, you're like, oh wow.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, that's really lovely. Okay, that's lovely. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for taking the time to join us today. If
Welcome. Thank
anybody,
you.
it's been a pleasure. If anybody wants to find out more about VINADA, you can check out your website.
Yeah.
And you can also check out your drink box where we have their products ready and waiting for you to try.
Yes. Thank you very much.